Live from the PCTV studios, the Monday Morning Quarterback. Your host, Dave Ridenauer.
Hey, good evening, everyone, and welcome to yet another edition of the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show. I'm Dave Ridenauer, the Monday Morning Quarterback, and tonight we are live at the Hooks Firehouse over here in Boyertown, PA. Yes, where everyone claps. Okay, you're allowed to clap. With our annual trip over here to Boyertown, we always have a great time. Tonight we have our annual soup cook-off. We have a little surprise at the end of the show for you as well, which we think is going to be a lot of fun. We got some good guests tonight. We got some great giveaways, all kinds of things happening over here at the Hooks in Boyertown, PA. So as normal, what we normally do is we take a quick time out. We come back. I got a special guest waiting to get on the air here, and we're going to have some fun live at the Hooks on the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show.
Monday Morning Quarterback, right after this.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub. This portion of Monday Morning Quarterback is brought to you by A to Z Furniture. A to Z Furniture is located on 296 South Reading Avenue in Boyertown.
Hey, we're back here on the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback, and myself and Dave Ridenauer. We're live at the Hooks, the Friendship Hook and Ladder Fire Company over here in Boyertown, PA, for our annual soup cook-off. And before we get into that, each week we do have our scoreboard that we like to look at, and even though all the local teams are not playing anymore, we do have a couple of teams that are playing in our area that have particular interest to us. And again, I want to thank Paul Bauer. Paul Bauer is our sponsor of our scoreboard. Paul Bauer is an attorney that you can count on. Give him a call. He's a good guy. He'll help you from all kinds of things, from wills to whatever your legal needs are. Paul Bauer, an attorney that you can count on. All right, what we have, though, is our scores from some of the playoffs in our area, which are sort of an interest to us, and we've been following them all year long. Pottsgrove was the team in the 4A that really got the farthest, if you will. They made it to the second round of the state playoffs. They lost to Bethlehem Catholic. Bethlehem Catholic ran into a buzzsaw. They ran into a team from Philadelphia, Imhotep. Imhotep is one of those charter schools, the prep schools that we're going to talk to the coach here a little bit about, that there's been some controversy about them, but they knock off Bethlehem Catholic 41-6. Bishop McDevitt, who was also a good team, that knocked off Berks Catholic, who was a juggernaut this year as well. They run into a good team from out west, Cathedral Prep 48 and McDevitt 7. And then, of course, the team that I was following this year was Coatesville. I was hoping for a big run from them. They had an awesome team. They were undefeated, but they lose to Harrisburg. Harrisburg High School knocks off Coatesville 27-24. And then, of course, the last game, St. Joe's Prep. St. Joe's Prep will be playing in the state finals. They defeated the defending state champs Pine Richland 37-0. So that's our Paul Bauer scoreboard here on the Monday Morning Quarterback Show. All right, let's get right down to it. My first guest is from Boyertown, T.J. Miller, in his second year as the head football coach at Boyertown High School. T.J., welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
All right. Well, last year we got an opportunity to talk to you. In your first season, you were coming in and trying to figure it all out and get your program together. Now in year two, tell us a little bit about the difference that you were able to experience in year two from year one as far as your program and getting it set up.
Well, the biggest difference in year one, everything's new. Now in year two, there's not as much new. There's a couple things that we're trying to fine tune over here, but we're starting to get into a routine over here, and that's probably the biggest difference in year one, where everyone tells you that the head coach that I worked for always said is that you won't know what it's like until you're in it, and they were right. So now, getting accustomed to the role.
Well, last year you finished up strong, 5-6, 3-2 in the league. You won that Eastern Football Conference championship, and you guys were really rolling. Looking into the all season, how did the all season go for you, getting ready for the 2018?
Believe it or not, we actually had a really strong off season. We had a really good group of juniors and sophomores come along, and a good group, but small in size group of seniors. And they worked hard and they did their best, and that's really all I can ask for when it comes to that. And so the off season from the first year into the second year, they worked hard, and there's some things that we're tweaking, trying to get a little bigger, faster, stronger. We started today for next year. But in terms of what the kids did, I was happy with.
Well, Aiden Mathias was certainly a guy that you had as your quarterback. He was returning this year. He was one of your offensive leaders, one of your team leaders. He had a good year, but had a little bit of an injury problem in the middle of the year that I'm sure sort of affected some of the things that you wanted to do.
Yeah, Aiden's a competitor, and Aiden's he's a big, fast, strong kid. He's a smart kid too. And his injury, and then with the offense that we run, it hurt with the timing. We put a sophomore in there, Noah Segal, did a great job stepping in, learning, reacting. But then when Aiden comes back and Jamie Mocha goes down, then so there's more problems back there trying to get another fullback into that role, and the mesh just wasn't quite there in the second half of the season.
Well, I know a lot of the people out here were interested in your offense and what you try to do, because it's sort of not, I won't say unconventional, but it's not the norm today. Everybody sees the spread. Tell us a little bit about your offense and what you try to do over there in Boyertown.
We're a midline veer triple option offense. We're going to count numbers in the box, and we play with numbers in the box. Most spread teams are going to play with numbers outside the hashes. We're going to option somebody on almost every play. When we're not optioning somebody, we run a lot of, we'll run some wing tee concepts off of it, little belly, little trap, and buck sweeps big. For us, but primarily if you're watching Georgia Tech, Paul Johnson, Navy, Army, those type of schools, it's a great equalizing offense, and it's great when you don't have great athletes. It's really good when you have great athletes.
Well, that was sort of what you were used to, and coming from Berks County. That was the football that you played, that you coached under. So that was how you formed your philosophy for offense.
Yeah, I grew up under Mick Vecchio over at Governor Mifflin. He's a staple up in Berks County, and taught me a lot about a whole bunch of things, but in terms of offensive play calling, offensive philosophy, there were times that we weren't good up at Mifflin, but we went deep into the playoffs because of this offense. It's an equalizer. Yeah,
and I guess it's tough for opposing teams to sort of run the scout team with your stuff, because not too many teams do it. So you're sort of unique in that way, and I'm sure that's an advantage for you.
Yeah, it is. Most weeks, we're preparing for these same teams, and we see a lot of inside zone, outside zone. We see a lot of jet sweep and that. But now the one thing about the triple option football is it's speed from quarterback to fullback from the snap, and we tell our quarterbacks you have less than a second to make that decision, and when it's right, it's rolling. And we tell them all the time that it's a point of pride for us. If we don't need to throw a pass in the game, we won't.
Well, you talked about Jamie Moshe a little bit earlier. He's certainly one of your leaders of your team,
Sure.
an underclassman. Obviously, you expected some big things out of him. He was your leading ball carrier this year with just under 800 yards. So he's certainly a guy that has met a lot of your expectations.
Jamie's a great kid. He's a fast, agile, big, strong kid. Does whatever's asked of him. And I think it was 230 yards rushing the first game, and then got a little banged up along the way, and he was never really quite healthy throughout, between hamstrings and a couple other injuries, but always a competitor, always fought, and can't be happier with him and his development.
Carter Watts was another guy that you and I had talked about. He was your best lineman coming back as a senior, and he had the injury bug a little bit this year as well. So you lost a little bit of that stability on your offensive line.
Yeah, coming into this season, Carter was the known quantity on the offensive line. Starting guard, really good at pulling, could run buck sweep really well. And then, midway through the season, he goes down with an injury, and now, right there, three of our best players week after week after week are out. And when they go down, we're filling in pieces, and our roster is deeper than it was when I first got here, but not quite the depth that we need to fill in against 6A football.
Well, and again, we all know about Jerry Kapp. He graduated last year. He was certainly a guy that everybody in the area knew. He got all kinds of accolades, and he was certainly a heck of a two-way athlete for him. You lose a guy like that as well. You try to fill in for that, and you have these little injuries along the way. It makes it a little tough for you.
Yeah, and Jerry was a great threat on the outside. He opened up the box inside for us because Marcus Thomas got a lot of carries last year because of Jerry on the outside. This year we have a kid coming up, Connor Rohrbach, stepped in, our leading receiver, and he was a sophomore this year. Had a touchdown or two, had a bunch of yards, came in clutch a couple times in key moments of games, and we're excited about his development as a wide receiver and a defensive back as well.
Well, Upper Perk is one of your main rivals, and it used to be a Thanksgiving Day game for you. Now you start the season off with Upper Perk, and you get up 30-0 at halftime. The first game of the year. I'm sure the guys were all fired up. The coaching staff. Tell us a little bit about that feeling as you start the season off with a big win at Upper Perk.
Anytime that you can beat a rival, and Coach Hans does a great job over it. I know going into every game that you can't look past Upper Perk because of the job that Coach Hans is going to do. And, of course, leaving that game, we felt confident knowing that the next week was Exeter, 5A opponent, perennial Berks Power, and that we had to step up our game. We were, confident after leaving Upper Perk, and then, going to Exeter, we were with them until, inexperience kicked in.
Well, that's one of the things that, I want to talk to you about is, you have so many non-league games now with the two divisions. Boyertown is in the Liberty division, which is the larger school population-wise in the area. So you have to go out there and try to find some of these non-league games. And Exeter is certainly a team that I think you guys match up pretty well with. It's somebody that you like to play with.
Yeah, it is. Exeter's it's a bordering school to us. It's a rival. It's an old rival from when Boyertown was in the Berks League in the early 2000s. It's a school that we want to keep on the schedule, and like you said, we match up well with them.
All right, now you play Pottsgrove, you play Berks Catholic. It's your other two games. Berks Catholic, obviously a 4A school that is very, very good. A lot of people are like, well, why would they want to schedule them? First of all, they're not 6A, and they're very, very good. Tell us a little bit about why you scheduled Berks Catholic, or what was that all about?
Well, there's a bunch of reasons. One, being a 6A school, we were looking for a game, and it's hard to find. Not a lot of people want to play a 6A school. Berks Catholic had an opening. I grew up under Coach Keeley. My dad coached on his staff when I was little. It was the first locker room I was ever in. So sat down and we said, if we're going to be the best, we have to play the best. And Berks Catholic is the best right now.
Yeah, it is. And not that I want to sing, we'll take a time out here, but we're going to start with the soups now. I believe it's 6:45. We are having our annual soup cook-off. We have 6 different contestants this year. So the girls are going to get out there and they'll be distributing the soup around. So if you have your little card in front, make sure they get to you. We're going to start off with soup number 1 here. So just have your soup as we continue to talk and have some fun up here on the air as well. Good time with the soups last year. They were unbelievable. Rob Wilkie won last year, and he is our defending champion. We have 6 delicious soups again, which we'll be able to have some fun with again this year. But Pottsgrove was another team that you scheduled non-league, another 4A school. Are you interested in playing some of those crossover teams? Was that just another one of your scheduling issues where you got to try to fill it out?
You got to try to fill out a schedule. And when we fill out a schedule, we look at, we have 4 open spots. For us, we're a Berks County school, we're a PAC school, right? So we're kind of in a special circumstance here. We want to schedule schools that give us a chance to have a competitive rivalry type games. Upper Perk, Pottsgrove, we get that. Exeter, we get that, and Berks Catholic, being a Berks Catholic school, we're okay playing Berks Catholic schools as well. So we kind of get a mix when we go in there. If you don't want to play a team twice in a year, but if the cards shake out that way, then we'll play them twice.
Now you usually run on 2-year contracts.
Yes.
Is your schedule going to be the same next year as it was this year?
Yeah, we're keeping everybody the same. A lot of people are asking, are you going to keep Berks Catholic? And we teach our kids to be men of their word, and we've signed a 2-year contract, so we're going to play them again in the second year of that contract.
Well, one of the things that we had talked around this area, and you and I had talked about it when we were getting ready for the show, is the stadium issue.
Yep.
The stadium obviously is an issue that a lot of people in this town have strong feelings about it, one way or the other, yes, no, whatever.
Yep.
What's the latest in your mind here? What's going on with the stadium?
School board just passed a plan to build a new grandstand, and they're going to put a new press box up, and kids are excited about being able to play games there. Next year, seniors are excited about that. It was something that weighed on us a little bit. Around February of last year, not knowing where we were going to play, what our games were going to look like. Our athletic director Nick Palladino did a great job of putting stands on the track, being creative with the space that we had. So we're not going to miss any games there. And it looks like there's a plan in place to build a new stadium over there.
And is there any first shovel date that they're going to start breaking ground anywhere? Have you heard anything? Are they going to wait till next spring, or what's the deal there?
From what I understand, demolition could start in the spring, but they're just waiting for final approval and bids and all that stuff.
Well, I hope they have enough time to get all that done.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
sure that's, like I said, it is another distraction,
Sure.
particularly for the kids, And,
Yeah.
and I know there was an issue that you and I talked that you were even contemplating playing all your games at Phoenixville,
Yep.
or all your game up in Reading somewhere, or whatever, all your home games anyway. And I guess that weighs on the kids as well.
Yeah, the kids. We told the kids at workouts, because this is in February. We said, look, we needed 120 by 53 1/3. So give us a field and we'll play. We wanted to play in our stadium, and fortunately we were able to make that happen.
That's good. So as long as we keep our fingers crossed and everything gets rolling here, we'll get ready, and hopefully it'll be a good situation for you. I know we didn't get an opportunity to come over and do any games this year.
Yeah.
We didn't have the facilities, the press box,
Yeah, right.
and our for our cameras and stuff. But we always enjoy coming over to Boyertown, and hopefully in 2019 that'll be the case.
Yep.
All right, now you get into the Liberty Division games, and
Sure.
you have some teams that you look at it, and right now you and I talked about it. Springford and Perk Valley are the top dogs. They're the 2 teams that everybody wants to shoot after. Everybody wants to have a consistent program like they have. But the rest of the division is there for the taking.
Yeah.
And Boyertown was certainly in the mix. What was your feeling going into the season?
Yeah, going into the season, we felt confident about where we thought we could be. We knew we didn't have a whole lot of depth, and if we stayed healthy, we figured we could be competitive. And we lost a bunch of games. We made a bunch of mistakes in those games, in those league games. But going into it again next year, Springford and Perk Valley, Perk Valley's the top of the heap right now, and they're the school we're aiming for.
Yeah, you talked about a little bit about gaining yourself and getting some momentum to be able to play with those teams and to compete.
Yeah.
There are no moral victories in football, and I know you feel the same way.
Yep.
And you're glad the kids are hanging in and fighting, but now you want to get in there and win some games. You want to be competitive, and you want to show them what Boyertown football is all about.
Yeah, we want to. We're trying to create a hard-nosed, in-your-face type of brand of football down there, and that's what we're in the process of building. And we have the kids, and we're doing everything right. Now we just got to win some games. Now we got to put it all together.
Now you talked a little bit about the weight room. Now you got a brand new weight room over there at Boyertown. Tell us a little bit about your facilities and how your all-season stuff is going over there, so you can get in there and compete with those big boys.
Yeah, when they built a new addition to the school, Dr. Cooper and Mr. Palladino put together a plan. They brought in new weight equipment, We got a whole bunch of new racks, and we got a whole bunch of a really nice fitness center over there. That we use it. We started today, so today was the first day of training to get ready for next year.
Now, what kinds of things do you mix in a little bit? Obviously, strength training and a little cardio and conditioning. And what's your all-season philosophy then, too, TJ?
The goal is to get bigger, faster, stronger. So we have a plan in place where we're going to get kids stronger through your traditional lifts, your core lifts, your bench squats, cleans, deadlifts. We throw in agility. We have competitions too. We base everything off of competition. We want kids competing. Every once in a while, we'll throw in a basketball game against each other and watch kids play basketball. And today was a little bit of a race, jump roping to see if you can beat yourself. You can beat yourself, then can you beat the person next to you?
Now, what are the actual rules as far as all-season stuff? Like, are you allowed to sneak some of your offense in there, some of your defense? What are the actual rules about how that all goes?
Well, yeah, I mean, we do when we can. So we're in the gym, and there's kids that we're throwing balls around in the gym, and if kids go and play in 7-on-7 stuff, just like summer league basketball, where we're there with their kids all year. We're with our kids all year.
Now, you talked about Noah Segal.
Yeah.
Okay. As probably your future quarterback, you
Yep.
got some experience this year. Now, what kinds of things are you trying to accomplish with him in the all season to get him to take that Matthias, who certainly was one of your offensive leaders?
Well, with knowing all of our quarterbacks, coming up, don't want to name a starter quite yet.
Yeah. Well,
but with Noah, especially Noah's a really smart kid. Now it's time to see his confidence grow and grow in that position. And by the end of the year, asking him, coming over to the sideline, what do you see? What do you like? Okay, go ahead, run it. And letting him, because Aiden was really good. Aiden and I were on the same page in terms of play calling. Now it's time to get Noah on that same page as well.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick time out here. We have the soup is flowing. Everybody's having a good time. We're live at the Hooks over here in the Boyertown area. I'm Dave Reinauer, the Monday morning quarterback with TJ Miller, the head football coach at Boyertown High School. So the girls got the soup going out there. When we come back, we're going to have a drawing and some of our giveaways get started. But we're going to have some more fun here on the Monday morning quarterback show. We'll be right back.
Fred Beans Ford of Boyertown is located on Route 100, just 2 miles north of Boyertown. Fred Beans Ford provides automotive sales, service, parts, and body shop all in one place. They're open 6 days a week. Fred Beans Ford in Boyertown can be reached at 800-222-0243, 800-222-0243, or online at fredbeans.com.
Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub.
Welcome to the office of John H. Griesemer Jr., where we believe in the value of relationships. We take pride in giving you the assistance you need, whether that's income tax, payroll, or financial statement preparation. Located in Boyertown, we are committed to meeting the needs of the people in our community, and our team of skilled financial professionals look forward to working with you. John H. Griesemer Jr. Call us today or visit our website now.
Hey, we're back here live at the Hooks on the Vallejo Stun Insurance Monday morning quarterback show. I'm Dave Reinauer. We're having a good time. We got the soup rolling. We got a lot of things happening. I want to get an opportunity to identify a couple of people that helped us get this night and make this night possible. I want to thank Bill Carr Construction, WB Carr, my man Billy Carr is in the house here somewhere. Make sure you get a chance to thank him for his generous donation to help us get the show on over here at the Hooks. We got Crable Excavating. They do a great job of giving us some money so that we can get ourselves over here, and they're responsible so that we can have this soup cook-off. So I want to thank Billy Carr and Dale Crable and those guys, Darryl Crable. Want to thank them for helping us get rolling here tonight. All right, my man A to Z, Eric Stetler's in the house. He's around somewhere. Make sure you get a chance to say thank you to Eric Stetler and his gang. I want to thank them as well. Frank Morgan, who would love to be here. Frank's getting a new knee or a new hip as we speak. And he's responsible for our big surprise at the end of the show, too. So we'll get an opportunity to thank those people again. But I just wanted to recognize Billy Carr, Darryl Crable, Frankie Morgan, Eric Stetler, all those guys for helping us out and getting us over here in Boyertown. All right, Coach, well, you played your league. You finish up. You're walking off the field. You get your guys in the locker room at the end of the season. What's the message for your gang?
The message that they gave me was never again. Juniors, sophomores came up and they gave me, a bunch of them gave me a hug and they said never again. And ever since that day, they were itching to get into the weight room. They wanted to get into the weight room, and we started today, and they're itching, ready to go for next August.
That's awesome. And it sort of was a total flip from the first game of the season, where you come out and you play your rival Upper Perk and you handle them. The opposite happens at the end of the season. What was the big difference between the first game and the last game with Upper Park?
Confidence. That going into the first game, everything's new, ready to go. At that point, we lost 8 consecutive games. Confidence, trying to get keeping everybody on board. Injuries, inexperience, all that rolled into one, and having to play a team twice. It's not easy to play a team twice. Like I said, we don't have to do it. We'll do it if we have to, but playing a team twice is hard.
Yeah, especially the way that the crossover game was there at week 10. Are you a proponent for that? I know there are some coaches that really like that and some don't. Well, what are you feeling on playing the opposite side, the Frontier Division?
I think one of the best things about high school football is local rivalries. And if you have 2 divisions like this where you can put 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, I think it's set up great. I think it's a good system that we have in our league. Again, I'm a Berks County guy. Looking at the way they do it in Berks County, be interesting to see if they match up. Berks Catholic versus Mifflin or Conroe Weiser every once in a while. But I like the way it's set up down here. I think it's good to name a champion.
Well, you and I now are involved with the Football Coaches Association.
Yep.
We have our all-league stuff at the end, and then we're getting ready to move on to 2019, and it's amazing how fast time goes.
Tell me about it, yeah.
Can you believe you're getting ready to go into your
third year?
Third year already. It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it seems like just yesterday. I was interviewing for this job, and then getting the call and starting up, and now you blink and you're getting ready for your 3rd year.
It's amazing. Now, tell us a little bit about your staff. I know the first year there were some issues with some loyalty issues and all kinds of stuff going on. Have you settled in with your staff? Are you pretty good with where you are, or is that always open for something else?
We have a good core group of guys on our staff. We got Joe Terra, our defensive coordinator. He's a great guy. Matt Kaczynski, young guy. I actually coached him at Mifflin. He runs the offensive line. Chris Stevens played at Boone, played at Juniata, a great guy. And Tony Panarello, our defensive line coach, does a great job. We're looking to add a couple more spots here and there, but we're always looking for good quality people that are kid-first people. So we have a great core group of guys, and we'll build upon that.
Now you're in the building now. You teach at Boyertown, which is a tremendous help. I know there's some coaches in the area that don't teach in their building, and that's got to be a disadvantage. Obviously, it's an advantage for you to be in the hallway with the kids and see everybody on a day-to-day basis.
It is, and I have constant contact with the kids. I'm able to see them every day. If there's ever a problem with a grade or any good news that I need to tell a kid, I can do that right away. And it's absolutely a positive to be in the building.
Well, you talked about your athletic director a little bit earlier, and he's been a guy that we've all known in this area for a long time. Tell us a little bit of the importance of working with a guy like Palladino.
Nick Palladino does a great job. He is a student-first athletic director. I'll tell you right now that not many people know this. Before our first game, getting the stadium ready, we had a walkthrough on a Thursday. Took the kids up to the field so they could see what the stadium's going to look like. And Mr. Palladino's out there and he's lining the field. He's lining the field with our groundskeeper Bruce Deeroff, who I think is the best around. Yeah. And you have an athletic director out there with paint lining the field for these kids.
Yeah, that's awesome. You get a guy with hands on it. He wants to help the program.
Yeah.
I've known Nick for a long time, and I know he's got your best interest at heart and he has your back, which is always a good feeling to have.
Yeah, I can't ask for a better situation to be in, and we have great kids, we have great parent support, we have great administration, and the wins are going to come.
Well, I know your ninth grade team was supposedly pretty good this year.
Yeah.
They've had some pretty good, outstanding talent. Tell us a little bit about the future of here and maybe 2019 a little bit.
Yeah, we're excited. We had a lot of sophomores last year that got playing time. When any given play, we're playing 7 or 8 sophomores. Juniors got a lot of playing time. We had 12 seniors on the team this year. Of those 12 seniors, only about 7 or 8 actually played football before this year. And then coming up, we have a good group of freshman kids that want to win. They're into Boyertown. They're into Boyertown football. I'm the only varsity coach that they've known. So it's fun to watch them grow. They were in the weight room this morning, 6 a.m. They were in the weight room and they were ready to go as freshmen becoming sophomores.
Well, that's awesome, and we wish you nothing but the best, TJ. And
thank you.
I want to let you know how much I appreciate all the things. And every time I give you a call, you're always right there and give me a call back. And we're certainly rooting for you, and we hope for good things from the Boyertown Bears. And 2019 is going to be a better year for you.
Yep.
I want to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.
Merry Christmas to you and to your family.
Yeah. You got a pretty good little family rolling.
I got a great family. My wife, she's the best. She coaches the coach. That there's times after a game that I can wake up and just, we took our lumps this year and wake up and she goes, next week it's a new week, and she knows, nobody's better at that than she is. And I got a son and a daughter and they're great too. And my son tells me everything we did wrong, and my daughter doesn't know if we win or lose. So it's a perfect situation.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, again, I want to thank you, and I appreciate you coming on and having some fun. Wish you nothing but the best.
Thanks,
I want to thank TJ Miller, the head football coach from Boyertown, for stopping by. All right, guys, we're going to take another quick time out. We come back. We got more soup, and we got a special guest waiting to get on air with us here, live at the Hooks on the Vallejo Stone Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show.
Stay tuned for more Monday Morning Quarterback right after this. Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub. The newly remodeled and renovated Creekside Sports Bar and Grill sits on the Landis Creek Golf Course. Featuring live entertainment and weekly specials, the Creekside offers something for everyone. Discounted beer and wing prices during all Eagles games brings a being at the game feeling. With tailgating, big screen TVs, and wearing your team colors, you can bring the fall spirit to Creekside. So stop by the Creekside Sports Bar and Grill and see all the fun things it has to offer.
Fred Beans Ford of Boyertown is located on Route 100, just 2 miles north of Boyertown. Fred Beans Ford provides automotive sales, service, parts, and body shop all in one place. They're open 6 days a week. Fred Beans Ford in Boyertown can be reached at 800-222-0243, 800-222-0243, or online at fredbeans.com.
Back in 1949, Claude A. Reinhardt founded his family business, which has served the Pottstown and Tri-County area for over 50 years, specializing in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, paper hanging, and brick restoration. Thanks to the commitment of tradition and values, Claude A. Reinhardt Painters has once again received this year's Reader's Choice Award. So if you're thinking about having an estimate or just need some good advice, give Ron or Keith Reinhardt a call and put your painting and decorating needs in our hands.
Welcome to the office of John H. Griesmer Jr., where we believe in the value of relationships. We take pride in giving you the assistance you need, whether that's income tax, payroll, or financial statement preparation. Located in Boyertown, we are committed to meeting the needs of the people in our community. And our team of skilled financial professionals look forward to working with you.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
Back here on the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show. I'm Dave Reinauer, the Monday Morning Quarterback. And my big guy beside me, my good friend, longtime buddy and rival from football days gone by, my man Neil Olkowitz, former Phoenixville Phantom, Maryland Terrapin, and Washington Redskin. Neil Olkowitz, everybody. Neil Olkowitz. All right, before we get rolling, Neil, we got a couple of giveaways here to give out. You want to get your tickets out? Do I have to read the numbers, Jen, or just read? Okay. All right, got the names on the back. Okay, go over there, report to the pool table on the left over here, or the main pool table. Jen will help you out. Rich G, is that Rich Gant? Rich Gant, #1 winner, Rich Gant. And while we have a moment there while Rich is walking up, I want to thank my man Chopper, works up there at the State Theater, the historical State Theater in Boyertown, PA, where they have first-run movies. This month in December, they have all kinds of Christmas favorites going on. They got surround sound, they got rentals and parties available. And listen to this, they got beer and wine now at the State Theater, believe it or not. Check it out on the website, BoyertownStateTheater.com. I want to thank Chopper and all the guys up there at the State Theater for throwing us, and we have some nice giveaways from them. The second one, Alfie. What's it all about? Alfie. Yeah, everybody remember that? Anybody old enough to remember that? I'm dating myself. Alfie. And the last one for now, believe it or not, Jamal, Jim Mole. Jimmy Mole. He's running over. That's the fastest I've seen him move in a long time. We're good for now. Okay. All right. And again, I want to thank Jen and Stacy and Ann and all the girls over there, Lexi, for helping us. I think all the soups have been tasted. We're going to tally all that up, and we're going to give out the soup contestants here shortly. All right, my man, Okie. Now, how come I never heard anybody call you that?
That was what they called me when I got to the Redskins. I guess I couldn't say my last name.
Olkowitz,
very good. So
they go Okie.
They shortened it with Okie.
Well, you know, it sounds like a hockey guy. You know, they always put a Y on the end of every guy's name in hockey.
Maybe I should have.
Sounds like
different sport.
Okie. I like Neil better. Neil Olkowitz.
It's easy.
It certainly is. Well, listen, it's always great to see you, buddy, and I appreciate you coming over here, you and your lovely bride. Is everything still going on good with the honeymoon?
Oh, of course. The honeymoon's still going on.
Okay, all right.
In stone.
Now, I know she retired recently, so I hope she gets her honeydew list done.
Yeah, we got a new puppy now, so that keeps her busy.
Oh, okay. All right. Keep the puppy away from the Christmas tree.
That's right.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be a disaster, huh? Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, it's always good to see you, buddy. You know, and what I wanted to talk, we just had T.J. Miller on here, the Boyertown football coach, and I know that you really enjoyed your days. You look back with fond memories from down at Phoenixville High School. I was going to ask you a little bit about the importance of a high school football coach to not only the player, but to the team, the school, and whatever. You know, tell us a little bit about your memories and what you thought about your high school football coach.
Yeah, they really are. They're almost like a second father to you. You know, at that point in your life, you've got a lot of decisions to make. You're impressionable, and it's the most important thing in your life, really. And at last, you know, I went on to to college and pro football, but really the high school has some of the most vivid memories I've ever had.
Well, Coach Tomko was your guy, right? And,
yeah.
And he was a heck of a guy. I've known him and knew him for a long time. Obviously, we played against one another, but he certainly wasn't an impressionable guy and a guy that I know you really looked up to.
Right. Yeah. Coach Paul Tomko was great. You know, football was important, but it wasn't everything too. You know, it was like we practiced hard, we worked hard, we tried our best to win, but it wasn't like, you know, they were really going nuts on us either.
Lonnie Moore, was he part of your gang too?
Yeah, Lonnie Moore.
He was a good old staple down there, wasn't he?
Yeah, Chick Cicchino, Al Daisley, Tony Zabicki. We had great coaches, really great men, you know, that were great leaders. You know, they led us in the right direction. Like I said, everything we needed to know in football, but also in life for later on.
You know, as I said, I talked to TJ and talked about some of the important qualities that a good football coach / teacher have. What do you think are some of the things that really makes a good football coaching leader, particularly at that high school level?
Yeah, really patience is probably the biggest one, because you're dealing with kids and emotions and the ups and downs of a season. You know, it's a great teaching experience. Things never work out the way they're supposed to be. You got to find a way to work around it, recover from it, and continue to succeed.
Well, you know, you guys have a sort of a unique situation also. You're still good friends with a lot of the guys that you played high school football with. I know you get together with them. You know, your wives and their wives and your families get together. That's also, I think, a pretty cool little thing.
Yeah, it's funny how the relationships build from such a long time ago and continue for the rest of your life. You know, so many things change, or so many different directions that people go, but you always have the high school buddies, and it's a nice little support network, really.
Well, and especially, you know, not that we're not blowing your horn, but you were a professional athlete. You know, a lot of professional athletes, you know, they sort of go off and do their thing and move to wherever, but you actually, you know, after your career, you stayed in the D.C. area for a little while, but now that you're back in your hometown area, what is that like?
Yeah, it's really great to come home. You know, it's just you just have those feelings that you grew up with people you can trust. You know, when you know, when you hit pros, there's a lot of people that come around you and like you because you're a pro and support you. But you know, it's the people you knew when you grew up, and you really appreciate.
Yeah, it is amazing. And again, Phoenixville was sort of a town similar to Pottstown, same time with tough kids. And I remember those games with you guys and Coach Phil and them. They were all the same kind of kid, tough, hard-nosed kids. And I'll never forget those games. They were a lot of fun for me, and I'm sure they were for you as well.
Yeah, they really were. Like I said, it was like working class areas at that time, and you know, the whole town would come out and support you. You know, people would see you walking down the street, you know, wish you good luck, and know who you were, know you're somebody's son or somebody's relative, and you know, it made you want to play hard.
It certainly did, and I remember even the whole stands on our side, like senior year, they come out and form this little maze gauntlet we had to run through, and they all wanted to high-five us and, you know, give them a little something on the way out to the field. And those are things that, you know what, you'll never, ever forget, and I know I don't.
Yeah, definitely, because tradition, it's built up. You know, you got grandfathers, fathers, uncles, and, you know, that all went through the same thing or supporting you, and it's great. You can't duplicate it.
And then, of course, we finished up on Thanksgiving Day, and that was always a great time, and I'm sure you enjoyed that as well.
Oh yeah, Turkey Day was great. You know, wouldn't be the same without a football game back in those days.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
It was the final game of the season, and something everybody looked forward to.
Did you play Boyertown or Spring Ford at those times?
No, Great Valley. We were Great Valley. Yeah, we were back in the Great Valley days.
Now, they were sort of a border rival with you guys, too.
Right. Yeah, we had some good games with them.
Yeah.
And, you know, mainly because Thanksgiving, it was when everybody came back. There was a lot of people in the stand. All the alumni come back, and everybody was fired up.
Yeah, it was sort of like a reunion every year for all those people. And I remember saying, and most people never even saw the game. They knew the score at the end because they looked up at the thing, but they weren't worried about the game. They were more worried about what was going on.
That's true. I remember even when I was in college and pros, I'd come back to the games, sit in the stands and talk to all my old buddies. And, you know, we watch the game, but still, it was just nice to catch up with everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I said this is the first time in 50 years. I mean, I remember as a little kid going to the games, and back in those days, we played at 10 o'clock. Pottstown played at 10 o'clock, so you had to be there by 7 or you weren't getting in or getting any seats at all.
Yeah.
And then so I went from that to playing, to coaching, to announcing the games. It was really a strange sort of a day for me. I woke up around 6:30 like I normally do, and I was like pacing around like, what in the world's going on here? You know?
I know, you can't cook the turkey all day.
I know, it was crazy. Unbelievable. But they certainly are great traditions, and it's a shame that the kids today don't have that kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's true. It was a great experience during our time. You know, things have changed in the playoffs and everything now, but I'm glad I grew up when I did.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys even have, down in Washington Field, you got AstroTurf. What in the world's going on down there?
I know, that's going too far.
You can't even get muddy.
Yeah, they like the mud and the blood.
Exactly. Those mud games were awesome. You know, I was talking to Coach Miller now, starting the recruiting process time, and you know, you were heavily involved in that. Tell us a little bit about what that was like for you, as now you're a senior at Phoenixville. Certainly many awards that you won, you're all leagues and things. What started happening for you then?
It really was an exciting time, you know, because obviously the coaches come around and put their best shoe forward, you know, and but still you kind of get an idea of the program you want to go to. You get an idea what the players are like in that program, and you kind of know in your gut, you know, where you want to go. I wasn't that highly recruited, but I had a few options. And it was pretty easy for me. Maryland was my place at that time. Larry Setter, John Nash, Mike Sachiko, all from this area had gone down there. And, you know, it felt like home to me.
Yeah, it's funny you bring up John Nash. I mean, I saw him down in Florida this past winter, and I just contacted him again, so we'll be hooking up again this year. But he's retired, and he stayed in the College Park area, I guess, and he just retired to Florida. But he was a pretty nice football player as well.
Yeah, definitely a good player, and you know, wasn't the biggest guy in the world, but tough as nails. Played hard. You know, it's from this area. That was kind of our way we did it. You know,
yeah.
It's like you play hard and see what happens.
Yeah. Well, Larry Setter was another guy,
yeah.
And it's kind of neat that you, Nash, and Setter are all in our little Tri-County Hall of Fame,
yeah.
Which is pretty neat. So not only the local high school guys, but the University of Maryland guys. I don't know where the girls are. I thought we were going to pull a couple more numbers out. We'll see what they're up to. If
They're
we
busy
get the
selling them, I guess.
I guess maybe they are selling them. If anybody sees the girls over there, tell them we'll pull a couple more numbers here. We'll have some giveaways for you as well. We know Maryland had a trying year, to say the least, this year with one of their young football players passing away, and just a horrible situation. And I know you still have some allegiance to your alma mater for sure. Man, that was a mess there for a while.
It really was. And, you know, it's a tough situation. Somebody dies, you know, it can't get worse than that. The program has to bounce back. They have to make some changes. They have to, you know, hold people responsible. But it has to move on, and it has to continue for the good of everybody.
Yeah, and now the interim coach appeared to do a pretty nice job. He kept them together. I mean, how close were they to beating Oklahoma?
Yeah.
I mean, they had them up against the ropes, and with that two-point conversion, he was wide open. They couldn't connect on it. Does he have a shot to hang on, or what are they going to do down there? Do you have any idea?
Yeah, they're talking like he might hang on. He did a great job, you know, under circumstances. It's amazing, but there's still a lot of talk. You never know how much is good or what's going on, but we'll find out soon, hopefully.
All right. Well, where are the girls at? Okay, here we go. Okay. We're going to... Hey, look at you with your Monday morning quarterback. All right, girl. Go ahead, Neil. Pick a couple numbers out for us.
All right. How many you want?
Three.
Three. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, here we go. You may have that back. All right, here we go. Every year, this guy comes out on top. Sammy Deal, I'm sure. Sam Deal, you're up. Sam Deal's in the house. He deserves it. He does a lot of stuff around here. Sam Deal, my man. We also have Little Car. I guess that's Billy Carr. Jen wrote Little Car on there for you, trying to be cute, I guess, huh? Billy Carr. Again, we want to thank Billy Carr for helping out and helping us with our soup contest tonight. Little Bill Carr. And just to show that we don't have favoritism, we got a Pittsburgh Steeler guy. Jason, don't call me Leroy Culp. Jason, don't call me Leroy Culp. See if they got a crying towel for him over there, I hope. There we go. There's some more stuff happening. All right, well, we're going to take a quick time out. We come back, we're going to have some fun. We'll find out what's going on with the soup contest. We're going to thank some more people for helping us out here tonight. But let's have some fun here at the Hooks for the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show.
Stay tuned for more Monday Morning Quarterback right after this.
Back in 1949, Claude A. Reinhardt founded his family business, which has served the Pottstown and Tri-County area for over 50 years, specializing in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, paper hanging, and brick restoration. Thanks to the commitment of tradition and values, Claude A. Reinhardt Painters has once again received this year's Reader's Choice Award. So if you're thinking about having an estimate or just need some good advice, give Ron or Keith Reinhardt a call and put your painting and decorating needs in our hands.
Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub.
Established in 1916 and granted membership into the Philadelphia Golf Association in 1920, Brookside Country Club is well known for its challenging layout and true, fast greens. The William Gordon design provides a challenge for golfers of all abilities. Brookside Country Club offers traditional club amenities in a family-friendly atmosphere. Brookside Country Club, where elegance and excellence are par for the course.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
And we're having some big fun over here at the Friendship Hook and Ladder Firehouse, affectionately known as the Hooks in Boyertown, PA. I'm Dave right now, joined by my good buddy and former Washington Redskin number 52, Neil Olkowitz, Okie, as they called you. I've never heard anybody call you that, though. I can't get past that Okie stuff.
Only my personal friends call me that.
All right, well,
no, that was just something that popped up.
Well, it's better than Snookums.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a lot better than Snookums.
Definitely. Especially back when you're playing football.
Yeah, starting a middle linebacker, Snookums Olkowitz. Yeah,
don't let him hurt you.
Well, you know, it's pretty cool. You know, the bowl games are starting to come up. Now they got this new Final Four system. And I guess Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Oklahoma. Again, Oklahoma team that barely got by your Terrapins there. You played in a couple of good ones, the Gator, the Cotton, the Hall of Fame Bowl. Where is that played?
It was the most fun bowl, actually. It was Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, was it? Birmingham.
Yeah, it was, really had a good time. It was like a lower bowl, but
who'd you play?
We had a great time.
Who'd you play?
Minnesota Golden Gophers.
Did you really? Okay.
Yeah, and it just was a fun bowl. Alabama, I always liked Alabama. You know,
yeah,
football's so important to them. And,
absolutely.
It was just really exciting, and we won too, so that helped.
Yeah, and then of course the Sun Bowl down in Texas,
El Paso, Texas.
Yeah.
That one went so fun because we got beat pretty good.
Yeah. Who'd you play in that one?
Texas.
Oh, okay.
Ham, Lamb, and Jam Jones.
Oh, yeah.
We're pretty good.
Yeah.
We called it the Stun Bowl after
that. Now, did they run the option back in those days?
Yeah,
that makes it tough.
A little bit of everything there.
Yeah. I remember those Jones boys.
Yeah, we hadn't seen that all. You know, we were in white tackle 6, and we're used to 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And all of a sudden, they were flying all over the place.
Well, that was your boy Claiborne. He loved that
Yeah.
wide tackle
He
six
was,
thing, didn't he?
You know, he was old-fashioned.
Yeah.
We played like the old days, and it worked for all year except for that one.
Well, I know that you had a record there, 188 tackles your senior year. Certainly something that I'm sure you were very proud about and what you were able to do there.
Yeah, I really was, because I mean that's basically what you do as linebackers, tackle people, and there was a lot of great linebackers going through there, and Randy White, who was the defensive line, and
right.
You know, basically that was my job, and I enjoyed doing it.
Yeah, as long as you got to be friends with those big linemen to keep those offensive linemen off your legs and stuff.
That's
and
for
make
sure.
some
People don't realize lots of times they're your best friends
Yeah.
because it's easy to make tackles when people aren't getting on you, but when they're getting on you, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, I'll say. Now, what did you weigh back then, Neil?
I was like 205. I was pretty small, hopefully a little faster, but and that was kind of the thing. They weren't sure I was big enough to play pro. I bulked up as much as I could, and you know, back in them days, it wasn't quite as important to be as strong and as tall as they are now.
Yeah, well, you played fullback at Phoenixville. I remember you had a couple of carries. We tackled you for loss a bunch of times, but I remember you still playing fullback back in those days.
Yeah, I had decent speed, really.
You did, yes, you did.
Yeah,
I remember.
For that time period, I had good speed, but not blazing speed.
But then you get to the Redskins, and you go as an undrafted free agent. Was there other places that showed interest in you? Were you sure you were going there, or how did you end up?
Yeah, it was funny because they called me at Maryland, and the Redskins were the first ones to call. The Eagles actually called after that, but I'd already committed to the Redskins. But it wasn't like they were pounding down my doors to get me, So I figured I'd probably be like a special team player, and I'd be perfectly happy with that. But I lucked out. I went there, and they was kind of the over the hill gang had just gotten done, so they were finally getting rid of a lot of the old guys. I had a good camp and got my shot, and the one guy got replaced halfway through the season. I got put in, and we did good, and then I stayed in there.
Now, did you get an agent right away, or how did you handle all that stuff?
Yeah, I had one, but I didn't really need them because it was pretty much they gave me more than I thought I'd get. Really, it was like, all right, I got them. And it turned out good because a couple of years, and then you get. I was starting, and then you get your raise.
Yeah, well, it's amazing because a lot of people see that, they got a 5-year deal or whatever. Well, in football, and particularly back in those days, they were all a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
You had to make the team the next year. There weren't the guaranteed monies that they have today, and
a lot of people
maybe
don't realize
signing bonuses and stuff. But other than that,
it's all good if you make the team.
Exactly.
But you got to make the team every year. You got to be healthy. You can't have a new guy coming behind it. It's a high draft pick. There's a lot of things involved.
Well, it's funny, you look at some of the things that you were able to accomplish, and like I said, I'm not just trying to blow smoke here, but, you won 2 Super Bowls, you lost the 3rd, you were the defensive MVP in 1988, your top 70 Redskins of all time, I think is one that I know I would be proud of, and I'm sure you are too. There's a lot of good football players that are Washington Redskins.
That really was probably my biggest honor, to be mentioned with all the legends of the game. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I know, because I looked up some things today, and I'm not sure what AV means. It meant something, that you were number 19 on that list of the AVs, whatever. Darryl Green was number 1, and you were up there, dude, and I'll tell you, it was pretty cool. Whatever that means, you're number 19.
Sounds good. If Darryl Green's on it, it must be good.
Yeah, he's number 1 guy, and then, of course, they had a lot, and there's Theismann, and all of them are lower than you, and so when you're the top 70 guy in the Washington Redskins, that's pretty neat, And like I said earlier, I was honored to be a part of your Hall of Fame deal with the Tri-County, which was formerly the Pottstown Hall of Fame, and then we expanded it to include the schools in the outskirts, and then of course we nominated you and you got into the Pennsylvania State Hall of Fame. That was a pretty cool night.
I was going to say that's probably almost as big an honor itself, because you think of Pennsylvania, so many good football players have come from Pennsylvania, and to be included with them is just great.
Yeah, and like I said, I was down there at King of Prussia the night of your induction, and it was really a neat event, and I was just so glad that I was able to be a part of it, and certainly well deserved, and I'm happy for you, brother.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's something you remember. It's after football. It's nice to have all the honors and accolades that people understand what you did. It took a lot to do it, and to be mentioned with people that you've idolized when you grew up, it's pretty neat.
Well, you know, it's amazing when you think of yourself as a guy from Phoenixville, you know, and running around the streets down there playing some sports and getting your nose dirty with Dare and all those guys and Tomco's, Ford Bays, Thornton's, a lot of good names down there.
Yeah, it really was. It was a good sports town, right? And so Pottstown, this whole area was really good. And, you know, that's, again, a real honor to be with those guys. And, you know, really, we were just a bunch of knuckleheads that you know, we loved to play, and we were fortunate.
That's it. All right, well, we're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, we're going to have the results of our soup cook-off. We have some more giveaways for you right here at the Hooks. I'm Dave Reinhardt, the Monday Morning Quarterback. The Vlahos Dunn Shorts Monday Morning Quarterback. We'll be right back with more.
Stay tuned for more Monday Morning Quarterback right after this. Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers, from awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar, numerous TVs, and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub. The newly remodeled and renovated Creekside Sports Bar and Grill sits on the Landis Creek Golf Course. Featuring live entertainment and weekly specials, the Creekside offers something for everyone. Discounted beer and wing prices during all Eagles games brings a being at the game feeling. With tailgating, big screen TVs, and wearing your team colors, you can bring the fall spirit to Creekside. So stop by the Creekside Sports Bar and Grill and see all the fun things it has to offer.
Fred Beans Ford of Boyertown is located on Route 100, just 2 miles north of Boyertown. Fred Beans Ford provides automotive sales, service, parts, and body shop all in one place. They're open 6 days a week. Fred Beans Ford in Boyertown can be reached at 800-222-0243, 800-222-0243, or online at fredbeans.com.
Back in 1949, Claude A. Reinhardt founded his family business, which has served the Pottstown and Tri-County area for over 50 years, specializing in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, paper hanging, and brick restoration. Thanks to the commitment of tradition and values, Claude A. Reinhardt Painters has once again received this year's Reader's Choice Award. So if you're thinking about having an estimate or just need some good advice, give Ron or Keith Reinhardt a call and put your painting and decorating needs in our hands.
Welcome to the office of John H. Griesmer Jr., where we believe in the value of relationships. We take pride in giving you the assistance you need, whether that's income tax, payroll, or financial statement preparation. Located in Boyertown, we are committed to meeting the needs of the people in our community, and our team of skilled financial professionals look forward to working with you.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
Hey, we're back here live at the Friendship Hook and Ladder Fire Company, better known as the Hooks over here in Boyertown, PA. We're having a lot of fun. My good buddy Neil Olkowitz, and of course, the second part of the dynamic duo, the other half is in the house. Joe C.
David.
Good to see you, my brother.
How you doing, Neil? Good, yeah, good.
Good. It's a shame you missed my makeup girl a little earlier.
I
dude,
heard,
you know what
I heard.
mean?
You told me.
Oh.
You told me.
She did a good job.
I told her she should have started yesterday. She didn't have near enough time. All right, we can have everybody's attention out there in the audience. We had a great soup contest again. We had 6 contestants, and the girls told me this was the closest contest that we had. We did a first, second, and third. We added up all the points. And the winner this year, as we have a little drum roll, is soup number 1, Italian chicken soup. Soup number 1, Bill Carr Sr. Bill Carr Sr., Italian chicken soup. Tell him we're PG. Make sure he knows he's PG now. He's PG. We're PG now. Congratulations, Bill. How you doing?
All right.
Neil,
Hey, great football.
What's up, bud? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
And Ann has your prizes.
Look, get out real quick, right?
You got to put that on. Put that on. There you go. Look at that. Look at that.
Speech. All right.
Hey, he's one of my Planet Fitness buddies.
Wait, do I look like a Planet
All right, get him out of here. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Yeah, we're done.
Oh, we
and
done.
There's the rest of your gifts. Hey, thank you all the contestants. There was 6 delicious soups again this year.
Show them what you're made of, Bill.
Obviously, you can tell Bill Carr is a fan favorite over here at the Hooks, but we had a bunch of good soups again this year, and Bill Carr Sr.
You going second, third?
Yeah, well,
You spread it out? Oh, you spread it out, okay.
We'll spread them out. All right, Joseph, well, listen, Neil and I were talking a little bit about his career and everything. Obviously, big game tonight, us against them. You know,
we got him surrounded.
Yeah.
We got him
I don't know
surrounded.
if that's enough yet, though.
No, I'm a little nervous. He looks like he'd still
I
play.
know, he's in pretty
I'm a
good
little
shape yet,
nervous
yeah.
right now.
I'm better at fantasy football.
I'll tell you, actually you are. You're having a heck of a season.
11-2.
And I don't have a quarterback like Pat Mahomes. But I'll tell you tonight, I think they're going to blow him out. I think the Eagles are going to blow him out.
Well, Colt McCoy, obviously, terrible thing with Alex Smith, man. That was, you know, Joe and I talked about it a couple of weeks ago about how ironic that was because it was so reminiscent of what Theismann went through. You know,
It was on the same day, and the final score was the exact same. Although the Giants actually beat the Redskins 23-21.
Well,
it was really.
And I can still, I'll tell you what was even stranger when I saw Lawrence Taylor, his reaction when he got up and saw that leg. You know, most football players, they want to give you as good a shot as they can, and obviously you know that, but you don't really want to injure guys, and that was a shame.
See something like that shocks anybody.
Yeah, it does. It really does. And all the best to Alex Smith. You know, there's a guy who just did his job year in and year out, you know, #1 pick in the draft, and, you know, he played pretty well, but a guy that just came in and did his job.
Right, and near the end of his career, too, you know, it's a tough way. Might be the end of it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a tough way to end it.
Terrible, terrible thing. But it should be good. You know, the Eagles are favored tonight, and a lot of people are wondering, like, why in the world are the Eagles favored the way they've been playing? But they're at home where they used to play pretty well, but not anymore for some reason. This year, they haven't played well enough.
I think tonight the key is going to be if they can contain Jordan Reed and how well the linebackers play. You know, they get Sidney Jones back, and that's going to help dramatically in the secondary. But I don't know, he scares me.
He's good, and their defensive line is good. Those young bucks in
Brown,
Alabama.
he's good.
The Redskins,
and you got
their
Josh
offensive
Norman.
line's their problem.
Yeah.
You know, they've got a lot of guys hurt, and don't have any real big receivers really anymore.
No, you got Dotson and the tight ends, which bother me. And you know, Adrian Peterson's, he's a little older, but he can still run a little bit. But Thompson, the 25, the little scat back, he makes me a little nervous.
He's back healthy.
I think they're going to play well. I think
It's
they're
always
going to
a
play
good
well.
game, and the Redskins always play well. You know, while we're talking over here, we're getting our special our special thing that we're having here at the end of the night. We're having actually a blueberry pie eating contest, and we're going to have some fun here as everybody's starting to get organized here.
I think that Steeler guy's offsides.
All right, they're getting loose over there. They're doing their calisthenics. We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to get right on the pie eating contest, and then we got some more stuff that we want to mix up here. So we're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, we're going to have our first ever blueberry pie eating contest right here on the Vlahos Dunn Insurance Monday Morning Quarterback Show.
Stay tuned for more Monday Morning Quarterback right after this.
Back in 1949, Claude A. Reinhardt founded his family business, which has served the Pottstown and Tri-County area for over 50 years, specializing in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, paper hanging, and brick restoration. Thanks to the commitment of tradition and values, Claude A. Reinhardt Painters has once again received this year's Reader's Choice Award. So if you're thinking about having an estimate or just need some good advice, give Ron or Keith Reinhardt a call and put your painting and decorating needs in our hands.
Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub.
Established in 1916 and granted membership into the Philadelphia Golf Association in 1920, Brookside Country Club is well known for its challenging layout and true, fast greens. The William Gordon design provides a challenge for golfers of all abilities. Brookside Country Club offers traditional club amenities in a family-friendly atmosphere. Brookside Country Club, where elegance and excellence are par for the course.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
And we're back here live at the Friendship Hook and Ladder Fire Company, better known as the Hooks in Boyertown, PA. As we have our 5 contestants are anxious and ready to get at it. We have 5 blueberry pies. Now here's the deal. You're not allowed to use any hands. You got to get down there. You got to get down and get dirty. We're going to go 5 minutes. And we have Ann over there at 5 minutes. If you're done with less than that time, you are the winner. But after 5 minutes, we're going to check everybody's pie and see where you are. Ann is the official judge over there. Okay? On the whistle.
And real quick, will have paramedics? Because I'm allergic to blueberries.
Okay, here we go. And you got to turn it over for him. Come on, let's go. Come on, Michelle, get in there, baby. We got Nebraska's getting down and dirty. Come on, Nebraska. Atta baby, Nebraska. Come on, Jen with 2 hands. Come on, Albert. Come on, Albert. Let's get down in there, baby. Come on, man. You're at the halfway mark. We're at the halfway mark, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Come on, Michelle, get dirty in there, baby. This is almost as good as the Nathan's hot dogs. You know, we know Jerry Chestnut and those guys, huh? 1 minute. You got a 1 minute warning. 1 minute warning. Come on, Albert. Come on, gang. 30-second warning. 30-second warning. Yeah, nothing. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah! Woo! All right, take a step back. Take a step back. Don't throw. Oh, Nebraska. Oh, Nebraska. Woo! All right. Ann, what do you think, Ann? What do you think? All right, well listen, we're going to, hey Ann, get a picture. We want a picture of all the contestants. We're going to let them clean up, and then we're going to give the announcer winner. Don't start throwing now. All right, there you go. All right, go clean up. Go clean up. Go clean up. We'll announce the winners when you're done. Good job, guys. Good job. Way to go. Way to go, Albert. Thanks for being a good sport. This is like feeding Phil Pottstown, Boyertown, at the July 4th picnic, isn't it? That's awesome.
Went to the review.
Okay.
Show.
Okay. Okay.
We looked at
That's
it,
cool.
and there's
All right. Well, we'll get them when they come back out. We'll get them squared out. Okay. All right. Sounds good. All right. Thank you. Well, you know what? It's always good to have a lot of fun over here. We're getting close to the holidays. Holidays are a special time for all of us. We all enjoy our families and stuff. But tonight, Neil, what's your thoughts, bro?
My thoughts? My thoughts on the Redskins.
I know that.
It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Hey, watch out, there's a blueberry pie come flying this way. I'll warn you if it's coming.
Wait till they're done.
Yeah, I did. It was a good time, and the judges are hashing over things. You know, each week we do have our game ball, Joe, and let's do some business here now that we always take care of. The game ball provided by the Stein Room, my buddy Paul Strauss on North Hanover Street in Pottstown. Joe, I'm going to let you go first. You're the man. Who you got your game ball this week?
I'll tell you, the Chargers have been playing really well.
Yeah, they have.
I'm going to go Keelan Allen. He had 14 catches last night, 168 yards and 2 TDs. And, I'll tell you what Philip Rivers did the other day with 25 straight.
I know.
Was phenomenal.
I know.
It was
Crazy.
Phenomenal.
Unbelievable.
But I'm going to give my game ball to Keelan Allen.
Okay, Keenan Allen is good one. Neil, do you have anybody?
I definitely do. Patrick Mahomes, who has had a great year. I was smart enough to pick on my fantasy team, and I feel pretty good about it.
Yeah, that feels pretty good. Well, I'm going to go with the local hometown favorite. I'm going James Devlin, baby. James Devlin with a career-high 2 TDs, 4 carries for 5 yards, even caught a ball coming out of the backfield. And even the announcers were on his bandwagon a little bit last night. So Boyertown's very own James Franklin. And you know, each week we also do a by the numbers. My fantasy deal that we have, and that's from my good friend John Griesmer, who is my accountant financial guy up in the Boyertown area, and we want to thank him for that. And this week, my guy Eric Ebron came on with 15.2 points for a tight end. Is pretty good. That's really the high for me this year. So I'm going to go by the numbers. Eric Ebron from the Colts.
I mean, if you're going by the numbers, you got to go with Patrick Mahomes.
I know that, yeah.
Four TDs.
I usually take a guy
or you can go with Cam Newton with 4 INTs.
I know.
But you look at the Indianapolis Colts game. Jaguars played defense out of their mind.
Yeah.
And, they scored, 29? They were averaging like 29.5 points a game. Andrew Luck throwing 3 TDs, 8 straight games, and they get a goose egg. That was a good job by the Jaguars. And I'm actually surprised that Ebron actually had the catches.
I know.
With the only one. He was the only one that did anything.
And unfortunately, and I hate to even bring it up, but Kareem Hunt had been a guy that had been tremendous for me all year long. Now he is no longer playing with all that craziness. That league's getting nuts, I'll tell you.
No one picked him up either. No one picked him up.
It is a shame. It really is a shame. And these guys put themselves in these positions, and it's just awful. And, you know, the whole thing changes within 5 minutes of your life and stuff, you know.
It's amazing.
It is. All right, well, listen, we're going to go to a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to get our pie eating contest people together. We have our 5-pack picks. I want to thank everybody. And, of course, we have our big drawing, which is our Neil Alkowitz number 52 jersey. So we're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to squeeze all this stuff in there. We'll be right back.
Back right after this.
At Vlahos Dunn Insurance, we understand what moves people in business and in life, and we use this knowledge to better serve our clients. And we bring the same work ethic and commitment to our business as our customers do theirs. Vlahos Dunn Insurance, providing quality coverage to the Tri-County area since 1994. So call our knowledgeable staff.
Hi, I'm Jim Vlahos of Vlahos Dunn Insurance, and we're in your community.
Doc's Irish Pub, the hottest new sports bar around. From live entertainment to countless draft beers. From awesome burgers to the new outside tiki bar. Numerous TVs and Doc's friendly service. Doc's Irish Pub is the place to be. Stop by Doc's today for a leisurely lunch, a quick cold beer, or a delicious bite to eat on a fall night. Doc's Irish Pub.
Back in 1949, Claude A. Reinhardt founded his family business, which has served the Pottstown and Tri-County area for over 50 years, specializing in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting, paper hanging, and brick restoration. Thanks to the commitment of tradition and values, Claude A. Reinhardt Painters has once again received this year's Reader's Choice Award. So if you're thinking about having an estimate or just need some good advice, give Ron or Keith Reinhardt a call and put your painting and decorating needs in our hands.
The newly remodeled and renovated Creekside Sports Bar and Grill sits on the Landis Creek Golf Course. Featuring live entertainment and weekly specials, the Creekside offers something for everyone. Discounted beer and wing prices during all Eagles games brings a being at the game feeling. With tailgating, big screen TVs, and wearing your team colors, you can bring the fall spirit to Creekside. So stop by the Creekside Sports Bar and Grill and see all the fun things it has to offer.
Hey, we're back. There's a little bit of a controversy here. They're actually weighing the pies. These guys were serious about that stuff. I think it was a pretty good contest. It was a lot of fun, and we're going to make sure everybody gets up. Look at hands up. I got the best referee. That's Ed Shockley. That's Ed Shockley right there. All right, man. Well, while she's doing all that, we got to do our 5-pack picks, Joe.
All right.
We're running down towards the end here again, and let's go. Tonight's game. Let's go, Joe. Who do you like?
I like the Eagles 30-13.
30-13 Eagles. Who do you got, Neil?
Of course, I got to go Redskins. Overtime.
We might have to go overtime, huh? Yeah.
I'll go Redskins 24-17.
Redskins 24-17. I'm going Eagles 27-20.
Okay.
I'm going somewhere in that range. Now the Giants, then they have to come back and play the the Giants come and play the Redskins on Sunday. So this is a big time deal here this week, man. It's pretty crazy.
I'm going to take the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants. I think they finally turned the corner a little bit offensively, and I think Shermer got the message after the Eagles game. Just give the ball to Barkley.
What do you think?
Gotta go Redskins.
Yeah, I'm going Redskins too. Short week. It's going to be tough though. But they will. Coming off a loss tonight, they'll be ready.
All right, I'm 2-0. Go ahead.
Here's a good one for you, Neil. Ravens in Kansas City. The Ravens are hot as of late. Lamar Jackson in the house. They're traveling to KC and taking on the Chiefs. Who do you like?
I like KC. Ravens is tough, but KC got it all.
I like Lamar Jackson, but I got to go KC.
Okay, I'm going to go KC as well. Rams and the Bears. Are the Bears for real or not? I don't know if Mitchell Trubisky will be ready to play again or not, but Sunday night game, the Rams at 11-1, they're already clinched. Did they lose a step or something?
Rams clinched. If Trubisky's back, he's been out for what, 2 weeks? It'll be almost 3 weeks he's been sitting out. Where are they playing at? Where is that Chicago? I want to take Chicago. I want to take the Bears.
I go Rams.
I'm going Chicago as well. And then our final game, which is next Sunday down in Dallas. Eagles play Dallas coming back after the short week. Joseph, I know you're going to go Dallas. He does.
Let me tell you something. If the Eagles win tonight, I'm going to go Eagles.
Okay.
Eagles all the way.
I'm going Eagles as well.
Eagles all the way. What a rebounder.
We're going to take care of the pie-eating stuff. I guess it was a tie, or we had two teams. We had a tie between two of the contestants. Nebraska and Stevie Boyertown tied. We're going to take care of them. We're going to give them their prizes and whatever. But I want to thank all the contestants. How about a round of applause for the contestants being good sports and the show. I also have to thank Lisa Donner. Get up there, say hello, Lisa. She made those pies from scratch. She's a heck of a baker. She's the best. Lisa, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, here we go. And again, Bill Carr, thank you very much. The Crable Boys, Frankie Morgan, Eric Stetler, A to Z, thanks again. All the girls, Chopper, the State Theater, make sure you get up there and check them out. Of course, Todd and Al Gammer, Alan Steffi. Hey, don't forget, all the proceeds go to Ronnie Peterson and his gang. And they're doing a great job getting gifts for underprivileged kids. Where's the box? We got to pull Neil's number out real quick before we're done. Where's the box? I'm yelling again. I know. I'm getting excited. Jen, we need one more. We need the box. We need the box. And again, all the soup contestants, they were very, very good. Pull a number out. This is for the jersey, the grand prize jersey. Put it back in. He won last year. Put that back in, too. Ricky! Ricky? Oh, that's your son? Ricky, put that back in. He ain't winning.
My God.
There's stuff in the ballot box.
Kevin Bush? Kevin Bush?
That's fun.
Kevin Bush! Yeah! Kevin Bush! That's Nebraska. He was in the pie eating contest. All right, Nebraska. Oh no, that's for the jersey. That's for the Neil Olkowitz jersey. All right, all right. Hey, listen, I want to thank everybody again. We're running out of time. Joe, Eagles, Washington tonight. Big game, big game.
Man.
Man, this is live. We got a lot of stuff in tonight. Thanks again, my man, for coming over.
Welcome,
Merry Christmas to you and
Same
yours.
to
And
you too,
yours.
Dave.
Hopefully we'll see you before that. We got a couple of
Yeah,
shows to do
yeah.
yet. We're at
Sounds
the
good.
docks. We're at the docks on the 17th. If you're
good
interested,
place.
yeah. We got a basketball preview show next week. We have our annual Christmas show with Docks on the 17th. Again, don't forget about the State Theater. Want to thank Chopper and all those guys. Crable, Carr, Morgan, Stetler, Karen Lewis, my makeup artist. She did a fantastic job tonight, trying to make me look presentable.
Miracle worker.
Miracle worker. Right. And before we go, I got a special gift for my buddy Neil Olkowitz, who's always wanted one of these things.
Pottstown.
I'm honored. I've been trying to find the right one for you, and this is a Pottstown Trojan jersey, T-shirt for my man Neil. Since you moved into the Pottstown area, you'll look good at this. Wear that.
Thank you very much. I'll wear it.
All right. Hey, well, thank you everybody again. Good night. Get out of here. Let's have a good time. Go Eagles! Oh my.